The 50th annual Magical Dinners are around the corner. Students donate gifts to the Avera Children's Hospital, and students discuss their Thanksgiving plans.
All this and more coming up next on College Week.
From the McDonald Center on the campus of the University of Sioux Falls, this is College Week with Julia Iverson, Irene Samaniego, and Sports with Miranda Kane.
Good morning, I'm Julia Iverson.
And I'm Irene Samaniego. Thanks for joining us.
So Irene, my favorite time of year is just around the corner. I love the holidays. Do you go to the Magical Dinners ever?
I did for my first time last year, but I have to make the confession, I didn't understand much of that what they say. But
It's pretty confusing, yeah, even for me, so you're not alone.
All right, I'm excited to see them this year.
Me
Tell
too.
us what's going on.
I will. The 50th annual Magical Dinners will be held December 5th, 6th, and 7th. Magical Dinners represent one of the longest standing traditions associated with USF. The performances combine music, dance, drama, and fine dining, and are presented by the Singing Camerata. The dinners are held in the McDonald Center Ward Lobby and Salisbury Dining Hall at 6:30 p.m. Tickets are $35 per person and $245 for a table of 8. For more information or to purchase tickets, call Julia Owens at 605-331-6637 or email usfmagicals.usiouxfalls.edu.
Students at Augustana College are making an effort to offer relief to those in need in the Philippines. Following the deadly Typhoon Haiyan, survivors are in need of clean drinking water and food. Augustana Students Group, Serving and Learning Together, has made donations jars available in the Commons, Chapel, and inside Residence Hall. Contributions will be donated to the United Nations Children's Fund, UNICEF. In addition, anyone can make donations to survivors in the Philippines by visiting the UNICEF website.
Students are making an effort to promote greener lifestyles with the addition of Recycling Club. Trash cans and recycling bins are scattered all around campus, but few people actually know what items they can recycle. This results in many items being thrown away that could be recycled. Freshman Christina Adams has taken initiative by starting a recycling club in an effort to educate students on environmental issues. Club members meet on Monday evenings at 7 p.m. in the Student Union.
The University of Sioux Falls Organizational Income Tax class is donating gifts this Christmas to the Avera Children's Hospital. College Week, Miranda Kane has more on the story.
The students and we talked about what kind of service project could we do, and the Organizational Income Tax class got together and we said, you know, let's do something for children.
Yeah, what we're doing is organizational tax. We're collecting coloring books, colored pencils, paints, markers, whatever, and we're taking it to the Children's Hospital at Avera for their treasure chest.
Our hopes and goals are mainly to just provide as many kids as possible with items that they can use.
The Organizational Income Tax class hopes that the University of Sioux Falls community will donate to the Avera Children's Hospital this Christmas. Bethany Jasper tells us how easy it is to donate supplies.
They can come up here to the Cleveland Center, and when they walk in the front doors, they'll see our Christmas tree up top, and they can just donate whatever supplies that they have.
Brad Van Kelsbeek says what the goals are for his class and the children at Avera Children's Hospital.
The goal is our class will find a time that it works that we can all get in a vehicle, several vehicles, and head over to the hospital and then bring them over to the treasure chest and stock their shelves and hopefully see some kids with a smile on their face.
Student Mara Bingler reminds us what Christmas is all about and the joy that giving brings.
I think kind of like just keeping in mind the Christmas spirit, that it's not about getting, but it's about giving.
And if we can step back and gather these items for somebody else, exactly what we do here at USF, and we do it so well, how can we touch and bless another child? It's emotional. You know, these poor kids, some are there for minor things, and then there are others that are there for health, serious health issues. So if we can go and be that hand and feet for Christ, that hand and foot for Christ, I think that's exactly what USF's all about.
For College Week, I'm Miranda Kane.
So, Julia, guess what I'm doing for this Thanksgiving?
What are you doing?
I decided that for Black Friday, I'm just gonna go and buy all this bunch of coloring books.
I love it.
Yeah.
That's
What are
awesome.
you doing for Thanksgiving?
I actually get to go home. I get to go home to Seattle, so super excited about that. It'll be lots of fun.
Amazing.
Thanksgiving break is just days away, and students share with College Week about their holiday plans.
Students sat down with the University of Sioux Falls College Week to discuss their traveling plans for Thanksgiving.
I'm going home to Minnesota. Why about you, Minnesota?
I'm actually working. I am going to go home to see my family, just have some family time, catch up with that, eat a lot of food, hopefully watch some football too.
Students at the University of Sioux Falls sat down with College Week to discuss their Thanksgiving tradition.
Well, I'm gonna go and spend the whole entire time with my family for one. I haven't been able to do that for a while for Thanksgiving. I'm gonna go eat my weight in turkey and mashed potatoes.
We usually go to my grandma's house, but this year we're going to my aunt and uncle's house. So.
Do it every year, just eat and enjoy each other's company and play games and all that fun stuff.
We usually just get together and have a meal or watch football.
Students sat down with the University of Sioux Falls College Week to discuss their Black Friday plans.
I'll probably get up at around 6 o'clock and go with my mom.
I may go out at night. I don't know. It kind of scares me a little bit.
I'm gonna sleep on Black Friday because I don't feel like dealing with crazy shoppers.
Working.
I plan on getting up in the middle of the night to go shopping, get cheap presents.
My dad and I might go shopping, but I don't know.
After Thanksgiving comes Christmas, and sophomore Emily England tells us what she would like for Christmas.
As a college student, I just want money.
That's the common response.
Coming up next is information on the annual Christmas Chapel event.
Don't go away.
The university's annual Christmas Chapel will be held on Sunday, December 8th at 7 p.m. in the Jeske Fine Arts Center. This chapel will include musical performance from students and the unveiling of the 2 volumes of the St. John's Bible Heritage Edition. Refreshments and a bake sale provided by the USF Women's Board will follow. All are welcome and encouraged to attend this USF tradition.
Voice students of Amy Morrison will be hosting and performing a diverse fall recital. The singers have all picked their own style of music to sing. It will be held in Z Hall at 5 p.m. on Monday, November 25th. All are invited to attend the recital.
Today we introduce a new segment called What Grinds Tanner Gears, featuring our own Tanner Wangsness. This is an opinion segment, and you should know that the opinions expressed are Tanner's and do not necessarily reflect the opinions of the USF College Week staff or the University of Sioux Falls. For this week, we're about to find out what is grinding Tanner's gears.
Hi, I'm Tanner Wangsness, and welcome to What Grinds Tanner's Gears, a little segment I get to do where I tell you about a few things that I find pretty irritating in this world. First up, Tom Brady of the New England Patriots drops an F-bomb on live TV after the Patriots lost 20-24 against the Panthers.
Brady wants an explanation.
The Virginia DMV is opening an investigation into how a personalized license plate managed to actually get made. The license plate being depicted says FRG3, and for all you football fans out there, RG3 is Robert Griffith III. And you notice the little cowboy sticker? Someone's not a fan. Black Friday starts a day early this year. It actually is starting on Thanksgiving, which really irritates me simply because last time I checked, Thanksgiving was about sitting down at a table, spending time with your family, and enjoying a good meal. I do not like how corporate America is trying to exploit this holiday and trying to make it all about money. It already does it with Christmas. Leave Thanksgiving alone. Leave Halloween alone. I really didn't like that I was seeing Christmas stuff up before September. I mean, my birthday's in September. Why should I be seeing Christmas trees in September unless I'm watching Oh, I don't know. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Seriously. Why? Why? And finally, the Affordable Care Act, or Obamacare. I don't care what you call it. I think how they did it is completely stupid. Roll it out, have all these problems, and then kick people off, and then try to retract everything like, oh, sorry, we didn't mean to do that, yada, yada, yada. Seriously, guys. Take responsibility, do the right thing by the people, and let everyone have a decision. Let people make the choice on whether they want it or not. Because for most of the people I've talked to, they're willing to pay the enormous fines. They're willing to sit in jail. And for USF College Week, I'm Tanner Wangsness.
Resident Director Christina Spade has brought students to volunteer in Jamaica at Robin's Nest Orphanage for the past 2 J terms. This J term, a new group of students will return for the 3rd time. College Week's Emily Stahl has more to report.
As the fall semester wraps up, students and staff plan for the upcoming interim session. While some will take classes this January, 8 students will travel to Jamaica on a missions trip to a children's home. Tina Spade, USF's Service Learning Coordinator, has led this trip multiple times in the past, but won't make it this year due to school and family conflicts.
This year has been a little different. Both Matt Harsh and Kyle Simons are going to be leading the trip together. So a lot of this year has been learning to hand over what I've done in the past. So equipping them to feel confident in leading a group of students down to Robin's Nest. Robin's Nest is a children's home on the island of Jamaica, and it houses 25 to 30 kids ranging from birth to about age 13.
The main goal of this missions trip is to help children in need in any possible way.
To know that the kids feel loved and supported from the teams that have gone. We've also done a lot of building projects as well as different painting projects and different things that the kids need down there. So,
while they go to help and teach the children at the Robin's Nest, Kyle Simmons, one of the leaders of the trip this year, says he's been taught a lesson too.
The Robin's Nest has really showed me how much joy you can have with really not a lot of tangible objects. I have a pretty strong connection with the kids there now, which is always hard to leave them, but I just have a really big heart for this place, so I'm really excited to get back there and see all these kids.
For USF College Week, I'm Kendra Strasser.
The Empire Mall will be hosting a gift wrapping booth for the Children's Inn this holiday season. Children's Inn is a non-profit organization that provides free services for women, children, and men who are victims of abuse, neglect, or sexual assault. Volunteers are needed and shifts are available from November 29th to December 24th. To sign up, call Stacy or Sydney at 605-338-0116 or email sydney.hunt@chssd.org.
Coming up next is Java Talk with Donovan Miner.
Don't go away.
Hi, and welcome to Java Talk, our weekly interview segment here on College Week. I'm Donovan Miner here in Java City, the coffee shop on the campus of the University of Sioux Falls. I'm here with Ashley Maturin, the Residence Life and Student Development Coordinator. It's a long title. I had to write it down because we were talking about
It is long.
How we couldn't remember it.
Yep.
What exactly does that entail? What does that mean to be the Residence Life and Student Development Coordinator?
Yeah, so that means that I get the enormous pleasure of working with students to find them places to live on campus and working with our awesome Residence Life staff, as well as planning activities and helping our activities coordinator implement any planning that he does as well.
And you've taken over some of the responsibilities from Alex Heinert, correct?
Yep.
What kind of responsibilities do you have now that are newer to you?
Well, I was in admissions previously, so this world of student development is totally different. Before I was doing recruiting, now I'm doing retention, so it's kind of the flip side of things, but I like the ability to build relationships and have those relationships for 4 years with our students who stay on campus. So that's been really exciting, and I'm still learning for sure, but the activities is probably the biggest part that I took over from Al.
Is this you deal with students in their living situations, correct?
Correct.
Is this a tough time of year for you because of people leaving, people trying to move in at semester?
Yeah. So we have actually quite a few transfer students who are looking at moving onto campus because we have some really nice on-campus living facilities. So we're just trying to assess which students are moving off campus and what availability space-wise that we have for our new incoming students, because we want everyone to be situated and comfortable.
So you deal with the campus life activities as well, too?
Yes.
Are there any ones that you've helped create on campus here, or anything, ones that you are especially proud of?
I wouldn't say that I so much have created any. We have a really great student activities team that comes up with new ideas. Homecoming was really great this year, trying out some new things. Thanksgiving week is coming up. My favorite, Christmas, is right around the corner, so we have some fun things planned for Christmas. Last year I helped with sugar cookie baking, and so I'll be doing that again, teaching people how to bake sugar cookies and decorate them. So I would say that honestly, it's the students that have the great ideas, and so I'm constantly encouraging anyone, not even just our student activities team, but any student that has a good idea, come tell me. I have this wonderful notebook where I write everything down, so there's no silly suggestions. I like all of them, so it's our students that come up with all the fantastic things.
And you mentioned Christmas, how you're excited for that. Can you tell us some of the things you guys have planned for Christmas? I mean, given that we're done with classes, 2 weeks before Christmas, but do you have any plans for activities?
Yes, we do. So we have some annual traditions that we've been doing for the past couple of years, one of which is Christmas story time. And we have awesome staff and faculty on this campus who like to share some of their traditions and holiday specials with us. And so each night for the first week that we're back from Thanksgiving break, we will have Christmas story time, and that means that a staff or faculty member will bring in their favorite Christmas book and share it with whoever shows up that night, so that'll be really exciting. And then this year, really exciting, this is new, we're going to be doing a Christmas light tour. So we've got a bus, and we'll be doing our Christmas tours, and you just sign up with your friends, you get on the bus, you tour around Sioux Falls, and then we'll end it at the falls themselves, so we can see the winter wonderland all lit up. So that's something new that we're trying out this year, and I think that it'll go over really well, because who doesn't love Christmas lights?
Exactly, that should be fun.
Exactly. So, yeah.
Well, thank you for joining us.
Absolutely.
This has been Java Talk. I'm Donovan Miner. Next week, Eric Carlson will be doing the interview. And thank you for joining us.
My pleasure.
See you next week.
And now a look at sports with Miranda Kane.
So Miranda, we've got basketball season just around the corner. Are you excited for that? Sad that football is over?
I think I'm going to lean towards being more excited about basketball because it's not so cold. I get to sit indoors and I get to watch.
Love
it. I'm really excited about that.
Let's hear more about football.
As football season comes to a close here at USF, the Cougars are represented well on the all-NSIC football squads. The Cougars finished 6-5, 4-3 in the NSIC South, and found themselves making a mark on the first, second, and honorable mention squads. Senior wide receiver Carrington Hanna headlined the NSIC South Division first team offense, catching 44 passes for 491 yards, 11.2 yard average per catch, and 3 touchdowns, only playing 3 years at USF and 2 full seasons as a slot receiver. Hanna finished his career with 1,460 yards and 14 scores. Hanna was also recognized as the NSIC South second team quarterback. The Ohio native is the first player in the history of the NSIC to be selected as both an on-conference wide receiver and an all-conference quarterback in the same year. Hanna moved to the quarterback position halfway through the Cougar season after starting quarterback Luke Papillion was injured. Hanna began his career at USF in 2011 as Coach Stugart's starting quarterback and leaves with 165 completions on 291 attempts with 15 passing touchdowns to go with 16 picks. Joining Hanna on the NSIC South Division is junior offensive lineman Derek Delaney. The Nebraska native provided solid protection for both Hanna and Papillion this season. Delaney helped the Cougars to a 73% efficiency in the red zone. Sophomore defensive back John Tidwell earned his first career All-Conference honor as the Cougars' only NSIC South first-team defense representative. Tidwell was credited with 56 tackles, 42 solo, 3.5 TFL for 7 yards, and 2 interceptions just this season. Ranked 6th in the NSIC, Tidwell defended 12 passes and tallied a team best of 10 pass breakups. The awards don't end there. Continuing to make a statement in the NSIC football, 3 USF players were on the NSIC South Honorable Mention team. Sophomore punter Jace Bunkers, sophomore defensive lineman Grant Schneidler, and senior tight end Austin Van Hove. After a convincing victory opening night, the USF men's basketball team turned cold, falling to the South Dakota School of Mines and Technology 82-74. USF shot 35.5% from the floor and struggled from long range, connecting 7 of 23 three-point attempts for a 25.9% clip and shooting just 26.7% in the second half, and was outscored 43-35. Senior guard Robert Graffoni finished with 18 points and led the Cougars offense. Charles Ward, Mac Johnson, and Preston Rayburn each contributed 9 points to the Cougars' effort, while Derek Brown netted 8. But with 3 Hard Rockers scoring double digits, the USF men would fall short, breaking their 4-game winning streak against the across-the-state rival. The USF women's basketball team opened their season with a narrow victory over the College of St. Mary last weekend. The game went into halftime tied at 35, and the Cougars struggled offensively in the first half, shooting 31.4% in the field, while the Flames shot 51.9%. Coming into the second half, the Cougars went to work forcing 16 turnovers and held the Flames to shooting 40.7% from the field. To finish the game, the Cougars led a 12-3 run thanks to 2 3-pointers from senior Bailey Bauman and 1 from Taylor Varsho. Varsho, a transfer from Colorado State, had an impressive debut as a Cougar, scoring 19 points and grabbing 7 boards. Laura Johnson contributed to the USF effort with 14 points and 7 rebounds. Johnson is just 20 points away from joining the 1,000-point club. The USF women's basketball team will venture across the state this weekend as they take on Black Hills State Yellow Jackets and the South Dakota School of Mines and Technology Hard Rockers. Catch the USF men's basketball team back in action as they face Grandview University and Waldorf College Friday and Saturday respectively at 7 p.m. in the Stewart Center. And after only 2 seasons in NCAA Division II, the USF volleyball team edged their way into the top 7 teams in the NSIC, earning a spot in the conference tournament. College Week's Jaden Bugelman has more.
In just their second year in Division II, the 7th-ranked Cougar volleyball team made it to the NSIC Conference Tournament this week, facing number 2 Minnesota Duluth. Going into Wednesday's game against Minnesota Duluth, third-year associate head coach Andrea McCartney says the team is working on specifically waiting for aggressive opportunities to score.
They're a really good blocking and defending team. And so we're just going to have to maximize our opportunities when we do get the ball in systems and can put it away. We need to take that opportunity because we're not going to have too many of them.
McCartney says the team's aggressive serving is a strength going into the conference game, and minimizing errors are key. The Cougars' NSIC 7th place standing and the right to face Minnesota Duluth came after a thrilling 5-set match last weekend against Minnesota State Moorhead. Senior libero Andrea Odbert says the close win was typical of how games have gone this season.
We had so many 5-set matches this year that's how it had to end, and that's what we said after the game. Like, of course it was going to be a 5-set thriller. We win 17-15 in overtime, it was just one of those seasons.
Following the transition from the NAIA to D2 in 2011, Odbert says advancing quickly to the conference tournament has been a goal from the start.
We're just really thankful to get to the postseason. That was our goal the whole year, and we did it, and so now we're just going to see what can happen.
The end of the season also means saying goodbye to seniors Odbert and setter Alexa Reed. McCartney says she is confident new recruits will fill the libero and setter positions, but Odbert and Reed will be missed.
Andrea's our best passer, probably the best passer I've ever coached in my entire life. And Alexa's the most athletic setter I've ever got to watch play, so we'll miss them a lot.
And for Odbert, getting to postseason play during her last year is huge.
I feel really grateful to have the opportunity and for our whole team to be able to get to this tournament because that's what we wanted, and it's just a real sense of accomplishment, and I don't know, it's emotional obviously because I've played volleyball for quite a few years of my life, so.
The Cougars will advance in conference play on Saturday if they upset Minnesota Duluth. For College Week, I'm Jaden Bugelman.
The Cougars fell in straight sets Wednesday night in the opening round of the conference tournament to Minnesota Duluth with scores of 25-14, 25-10, and 25-21. USF ends the season at 19-12. And that's a wrap up for sports. I'm Miranda Kane.
Thank you, Miranda. So Donovan, you had a great interview in this show. Do you have something prepared for us for next show?
Next time, Eric Carlson is potentially going to have some of the entrepreneurial staff in here, but that's still a work in progress, so you'll have to stay tuned to see who we're interviewing.
Perfect.
Awesome. And Miranda, what's up next for sports?
Well, hopefully we'll have some more information, video of the girls and boys games this weekend for basketball.
Very cool. Well, that's all we have for you today on College Week. I'm Julia Iverson.
And I'm Irene Samaniego. Have a great Thanksgiving.